Welcome to my channel, Strike Adventure channel. So today we're going to do some crab cakes, homemade crab cakes. And this is my version of crab cakes. So stay tuned and watch for my process. So now I'm just going to cut these crab meat a little bit more because they're a little bit too thick. So I'm just cutting them down a little bit more with my scissors. If you want them thick, you can make them thick, but I think it's better if you get them done as fine as possible so they can stick together. If it's too thick, they won't stick. So I'm just getting them down and then add my seasonings that I need to it. So I'm just cutting it up right now. So here I have some pre-cut seasoning. This is scallions and bell pepper, yellow and green. So I'm just gonna add it to it. And I have some panko breading here. I'm just gonna put a little breading in there because the breading is what's gonna keep the meat together. You won't get the meat keep together with only the seasoning and the egg and the mayonnaise that you're going to use, and you have to get a little of the bread in there. So this is some egg. This is a binding for binding also. So I'm just going to put some egg in there. So that's the egg, and get it a little mix. Maybe need a little bit more breading. So for me now, for a little flavor, I'm going to put a little seasoning. Some people don't, but I put a little bit of seasoning. So you get a little flavor in there. Not too much because you don't want too much for it to be soft. Next, I add my mayonnaise. This is one more binding. This is the annex binding also. So you put some mayonnaise. So this will keep the meat together. You don't want to make it too soft where the meat cannot be locked to each other. If it's too soft, the meat won't lock. So you have to make it and ensure that the meat get together. As you can see there, it's coming together. So all you need to do is make the size that you want and the shapes that you want. A little bit more breading. Because you don't want to make it too dry and you don't want to make it too soft. Because if you make it too soft, they won't stay together, they will spread out. If you make it too dry, they will start breaking when you're cooking them. So you want to get it like in between soft and in between the dry. So this right now is good. So what I'm going to do is just take up and make my ball, or whichever shape you want to make. You just make it. Whatever shape you want to make, you just make your shape. So I'm just going to put them on this for a minute. I'm going to put them on this for a minute. But then, after that, I have to put them in the breadcrumbs so they be more firm. So I have to breadcrumbs them again for them to be more firm. So that's what I'm doing right now. So just stay tuned to see the breading and the cooking. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. So I'm about to do my crab cakes now. So I'm getting the panko breading on it. And I'm going to air fry them. I'm not going to fry them in no oil. I'm going to air fry them and spray them. So as you can see, it's not loose because the panko breading gonna keep it together. So that's one in there. All I need to do is get the bread in there and get it to the shape you want it to be. Easy as that. This is so easy, you spend so much money going to a restaurant getting these things, when you just need to get the meat and use whatever you have at home to make it. So that's it. That's all I do. Get it to the shape you want it and get it in your fryer or whatever you want to fry it in. I'm using air fry. So as you can see, take a closer look on them. So stay tuned for the finishing touch. You see them when I take them from the air fry. So I'm about to turn them because I don't want them to burn. I shouldn't use this either. I should use that.
No, use that.
It's not. It will fit in. It's too big. It's hot.
Don't try this at home, please.
Yeah, you burn yourself up.
Why you don't use the pin?
It's too small. The mouth is too small.
You got a big one. Look at that, look good. They're looking good.
So now, all I can do is put a little bit more spring and let them finish. I'm about to take out my crab cakes now. They're finished. You notice how they look? The beautiful color on them. So I'm just taking them out now. They are firm and crispy. When you get inside, it's going to be so juicy inside. So these are my homemade crab cakes, my twist on crab cakes. You can smell it. The crab coming out. So good. Cannot wait to get into this.